Not dead yet. Oh, fuck, man. Why am I get up so fucking early, man? That thing seems to be okay. I think these are probably hard to kill, really. Looks better. Shit looks better. I gotta look at this shit all the day. I mean, what the fuck else are we doing, really? Cool and dark. Oh, fuck, man. Yeah, I know it's early. But this is what time I'm up. I mean, I could do this in a couple hours. But then I don't know. Like, I haven't fucking even... Hi, Lynn. I haven't even had any coffee yet. Weird dreams, man. I think the highlight of the dream was Todd Berry. Todd Berry was in the dream, but not in a great way. Look, it's my Joker hoodie. Remember I had a little scene in the Joker back when people really gave a shit about mundane things. It is gray here, and gray is the best. Gray and cool. I wish it could rain. Jonathan Kaufman from the Catskills. That all adds up. There's a lot of Jew in that. All those words. I say that, yes, hello. As a Jew. Could use some rain, right? I have a coffee. Jew in Prescott, AZ. What's up, Prescott? I've been to Prescott. My first wife's family had a cabin in Prescott. Had some fun up there. Did some writing. I wonder if I wrote a movie with my buddy Jack Boulware up there. It was kind of evolving. It was a good movie. Another thing that never got made because I never followed through with it. I hear it's raining in Florida because my mother texted me some weird text that she was having a hard time sleeping and that she wanted to run away, and of course inappropriately asked me if I wanted to run away with her. I can barely get through a meal with her. And then she apologized in a broad way, in a general sense, for not being there when I needed her. All that in one text. Can't sleep. I want to run away. Do you want to go with me? I'm sorry I wasn't there for you when I needed you. When you needed me. I love you, Mom. That came at about 11:30. So this pandemic's hard on everybody. And I guess the way she wanted to make up for it was by traveling with me during COVID. Like, yes, I'm going to run away with my mother. No, sir. I'm only going to hang out for a few, man. All right, coffee's coming in. So Todd Berry was in some sort of wheelable box, almost like a baby carriage, and I didn't know what happened to him. It was just his head, and his hands were folded over his body, and apparently he couldn't move anything but the box itself on wheels. He could somehow move it with his mind, and for some reason, I think it was Hannibal Buress. Just rolled him out into a hallway. And I'm like, what are you doing? It seems like he's going to be in trouble. And Hannibal was like, nah, it's fine. You can deal with it. What does that mean? Out of all that. Well, at least there's some comedies. Coming into the dreams. Marc and his mom moved to Ireland. I would watch that show. You couldn't pay me enough. Locked in syndrome? Is that what it's called? There was more to the dream, man. There was like, I was definitely immersed in a lot of shit going on. Thank you for asking. My hike yesterday was fine. It was good. It was me and Al and Gimme Dan Cook. And it went exactly as I thought. I got there. Al was aggravated about some business thing. Dan came. We talked about music stuff, and we are now in some sort of strange, never-ending competition with ourselves to beat times that Al keeps track of. And we're all middle-aged guys. Am I still middle-aged? So that means we had to hike up without stopping, straight incline, which we're all okay at. And then we had to run down, which is dangerous, and we could break our old-ass hips. And we beat our time by 2 minutes, and I think we've leveled off. I think that's where it should stop, but Al's the kind of guy who's going to want to keep shaving time until somebody ends up in a wheelchair. Keep shaving time until somebody can't hike anymore because they're in physical therapy for 6 months. Hips and wrists, man. Australia, how are you? How's it going down there? You got some hardcore dark funnies out there. I think this is gray that I'm wearing. What did I do last night? I watched Heidi Schreck show. Is that her last name? Who What the Constitution Means to Me. I watched it. It's a one-person show. And it's not a one-person show. It's a theater piece on Amazon. I'm talking to her today. That's going to be tricky because she was a friend of Lynn's. And I went and saw the show with Lynn, and I met Heidi backstage. And so that's going to see what the crying factor is on that conversation. Tomorrow, McConaughey's on the show. You can see the McConaughey. Tomorrow you can listen to the McConaughey that McConaughey built. McConaughey built himself. McConaughey is the presentation of McConaughey, and his book is about McConaughey by McConaughey, with McConaughey in mind. That was a tricky conversation because it's sort of like, is there any way we can turn the McConaughey down a little bit and see what's really in the McConaughey? I don't know if Matt McConaughey, I don't think he's a nut job. I think he's in the business of selling McConaughey. He built it, and now it's an earner. He built the McConaughey machine. I think I told him too. I said to him, because I read the book, which I don't always read the books, but I have a little more time now, and it was very McConaughey-ish. And I think I said to him, you can listen tomorrow. I think I said, if anybody else had written this book, it would have been tremendously annoying. But because it was you, it made sense. Sounds like I'm throwing him shade. I don't know. Does it? I don't know if I was throwing him shade. I'm just saying that this is how it felt to me, and then you'll listen to it tomorrow if you want. I like the guy. It was fine. But there's a moment in there, if you listen to it, where the key to McConaughey is in there. But see, the weird thing about, there's a couple kinds of people. Use whatever options you have at your disposal to maintain your sanity without hurting yourself or others, okay, fuckers? My washing machine smells weird. My washing machine smells weird. I know why. I know what's going on with it. But I don't think people are that hard to sort of figure out. It doesn't mean you know them, or it doesn't mean that you understand them. But from talking to people for an hour at a time for years, a lot of times has nothing to do with what they reveal. That's the dumb thing about this culture and about the idea of information. It's like, what'd you get? What did they tell you? What information did you get? I'm like, you gotta listen to the whole thing. Look for the keys of the person. Some people aren't going to tell you anything, and you know exactly who they are because they didn't tell you anything. Did you get them? Did you get it? Did you sandbag them? Did you put them on the spot? Did you get any gotcha moments? Was there any gotcha moments? The fucking boring, exhausting culture this is. My fundamental feelings about, I'm sorry, you want me closer? Some people tell too much. It's all different. It's all show business. It tries to be sometimes. I think that the plague has been the great leveler of the nature of show business. And it's kind of disappointing and sad, to tell you the truth. Because now you can really see the artifice because of the lack of artifice. And now we're just dealing with the sort of common humanity of people, keeping their jobs and doing what they can from their couches. And, it's definitely humanizing everybody. I think it's good. But don't you miss the song and dance? some celebs protect themselves with personal for the public. That's true. Some people, I don't know, can we make a distinction between artists? Yeah, I'm getting the Tom Petty box. Dan, give me. Dan's going to pull me one, but I'm not getting the 13 record one. But what I was saying before is that, some people embrace self-awareness. And then some people avoid that and construct a self that functions aggressively. And when you poke at the built aggressive self, there's moments where the sensitivity or torment or trauma that sort of caused that to happen or forced its manufacturing kind of reveals itself. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, look, man, if you want to say, fuck the past, this is where we're at now, no reason being self-pitying or nostalgic or hung up on, childhood horror shows or trauma. This is the now. Let's stay in it. This is who I am. I'm in the now. I'm not going to wallow in weakness or pity. So fuck it. All right. So is there other stuff there? I don't know. Is it with anybody? I mean, it's just a different approach. It might even be the difference between, sort of some issues of conservative and liberal, the difference between pull yourself up by your bootstraps and no, I want to deal with my issues. Learn from the past and move on. It's a nice idea until the past starts strangling you from the inside. But, really, once you get older, which I am, you really only have one shot at this. So how much time are you going to spend fixing yourself when you realize at some point it's like, this stuff's not fixable? There's no making this right. There's no perfecting this. All you can do is, make some different choices and live with the strange craving that comes from the slight vacuum of childhood pain. Be present. Yeah. But you should also eat and stuff. You can be present with the food and be present with, but you have to think about the future and the past. It just is. Yeah. I should write a poem. I've written a lot of poems. Are we actually fixable? Not really. Acceptance and self-love. So hard. It's so weird when I first saw that come up. I read Apocalypse and Self-Love. That's the challenge right now. Is self-love possible during the apocalypse? But yeah, man, just live it, man. Live your life. Live your life. Just do it, you guys. Smoke some weed, get a skateboard. Turn up the tunes, man. Play some games on the computer. Make some snowflakes cry. Come on, party. I miss your interviews from comedians back in the day. I interview comedians all the fucking time. You mean the ones where I was, fucking bitter and angry and flailing? Looking for a connection? I've had some good comedian interviews lately. I had a good time with that Chris Fairbanks interview. It was great. Sam Morrell was fun. Taylor, what's her name, was fun. Weed, skateboard, music is pretty good advice. Yeah, if you're 15, Yeah, Trump pulled a Gallagher yesterday. I wonder if Leslie Stahl said, "Aw, come on, Trump." Yeah, Lewis was great too. Tomlinson. Yeah, that was fun. Mel Brooks was fun. You're tired today. Oof. It isn't either or. We have the gamut. The trick is being okay with it. Yes, what is that? One of those self-helpy kind of poetry books. Acceptance is the key. It was like a pamphlet. It used to be around recovery for a while. It was called Acceptance is the Key. I don't know who wrote it or where it came from, but it was this little yellow pamphlet. Acceptance is the key. Acceptance is the key. You know what the problem with acceptance is? Is whether or not it'll hold. Will it hold? Will the acceptance hold? Does your acceptance hold? Or does it buckle under pressure? Or buckle under fear? Is your acceptance buckling? Go fuck yourself. That sounds like the sound of acceptance buckling. Fuck that guy. Nah. Better get to work. Lock down that acceptance. Hey, fuck you. That's not very accepting. Will this acceptance hold? Tricky, right? You can totally fix past by alchemizing and changing karma. Knock yourself out. And thank you for the cat treats. I do not watch The Vow. Radical acceptance is the key. There's so many fucking keys, man. So many keys, so few, whatever system works. As long as you don't hurt yourself or others, or recruit other people, or diminish the rights and desires of other people in a cruel way. Philosophy, psychology, metaphysics, theology, it's all speculative bullshit. It's just designed to help us through this dumb, meaningless process that for some reason we've been given self-awareness and the knowledge that we're going to die. Talk about my guitar setup, amp and effects. I don't use that many. I generally use that fucking Headstrong Deluxe amp or my Blues Junior in here, Fender Blues Junior. Usually go straight in with almost everything. Occasionally use an Echoplex Echo, and there's an Earthquaker phasey thing that I use sometimes, but it's pretty simple. Primary amps are right now the Headstrong Deluxe and the Blues Junior, and usually straight in, get the tone through just cranking it. Guitars that I've seen to be in heavy rotation is that 62 Les Paul Jr. and I just strung up a custom. Yeah. I don't use many pedals, man. They just get too complicated, especially ones with more than 2 knobs. Do I ever feel cruel when I'm interviewing? Yeah, sometimes. I'm not going to spin Kenny Wayne Shepherd. I'm not a big Noodler fan. I like him. He's proficient. He's good. But it seems like, if people are moving too fast on that fretboard, that I get bored. I need a little air in between the phrasing for me to lock in. I do feed the birds. I feed the hummingbirds. And then the fucking sugar water drips all over my deck. Block K. Yeah, I do have a problem. All right. I can't see. Everybody's all moving too fast. Seems to be a lot of action out there. A lot of people are chomping at the bits. What records did you spin yesterday? I don't know if I got 2 records. That's how I get ants. There are a few ants around. Yeah, people love that Patti Smith. I love her. I love that thing. It felt good. I'm generally nice. UFO first album, sure. The early UFO stuff is great. What are we doing here? What is it that we're fucking doing here? Converging on this fucking point. The chaos is it's just ahead of us. I think that's why everyone's fucking, well, that 7 months in the hole, uncontrollable plague through irresponsibility, lack of leadership, stupid people. Talked to my buddy who had the COVID yesterday. Not good. Not fucking good. I did talk to Jimmy Kahn. Yeah, and we're about to head into the worst of it. I think that's what's going on. It's like, whatever's going to happen with the election, it's going to be a fucking shit show for God knows how long. It might be the shit show to end the country as we know it, which is going to happen anyways. Might be the shit show to change, which is going to be hard. Nothing good coming up. Maybe some relief. I've talked to Attell. I love Dave. But you're right, I should text him, see how he's doing. You know how he's doing? Did I have earrings at some point? Yeah, of course. Of course I had earrings. I had 1 in high school, and then later I got 2. But it was before dudes wore 2 earrings in each ear. I had 1. And then I had 2 silver rings. Well, here's, like, I don't know what people are so fucking, like, what they don't understand is that, and look, I'm no genius, but some people want fascism. Some people crave it. They want it. They want that simplicity in their life, the ability to sort of know that most people think like them, and the things that are different than them aren't really allowed or suggested violently against. And in terms of, QAnon apologists, I mean, that's the mythology that will enable fascism. Bullshit. There's a lot of bullshit. I mean, there's old school bullshit, religion bullshit, and then there's new school mythological bullshit that enables people to judge and hate and think they know the truth and limit the freedom of others. So, people who are apologists, like if they're COVID deniers or QAnon people, they are people that see that it will serve them to embrace fascism, and they're not hiding it. Some people don't want democracy. Some people don't want America as it is. Why has fascism lasted so long in so many other countries? Because there's a certain percentage of the population that likes it. Tell me what to do, Daddy. Tell me who to hate, Daddy. Tell me who I am, Daddy. Tell me what is real, Daddy. A lot of people, especially the ones that rant and rave about the nature of liberty and freedom, can't handle freedom at all. And then there's the ones who are like, hey, do your own thinking. When they say, like, journalism's ridiculous, you got to get out there and do your own thinking. Based on what? There's no rudder. There's no foundation for how to interpret facts, because there was never any decent schooling, number one. And number two, people's brains are fucking soft and malleable, and they're just like recording devices, and whatever makes people feel relevant or strong, they'll gravitate towards. even if that's stomping on the head of a gay person or Mexican person or a Jew or a woman or anybody vulnerable. If you see 5 dudes standing around kicking the shit out of somebody that can't defend themselves, they're doing it because it feels good to them. Good morning. So I'm probably gonna have it's all tribalism, I guess. You know, you want to play intellectual games, it's all a fucking problem is what it is. And I think tribalism, yeah, I guess so, but expanded, does that help anything? It's tribalism, dude. It's all tribalism. Manifest destiny. What it is right now is an attempted authoritarian takeover of what was once one of the, fairly impressive democracies. That's what's happening. We can intellectualize all we want, but we're in an authoritarian drift, and it's not unusual. It's happened in dozens of countries. And it's just a matter of, will it take here? This has gotten sort of heavy, man. What's everyone eating for breakfast? What time is it? I gotta get ready, man. Sorry we didn't play. Was it too heavy? Maybe I didn't have enough coffee. I don't know how this happened. Oatmeal. Spinach tomato omelet, that's nice. Eggs and avocado, good. Coconut yogurt, do it. Cheese, jam, and crackers, nice. Chocolate, peanut butter, and coffee. That sounds fucking invigorating. You ran out of dark roast, sorry. Coffee, good. Oatmeal with blueberries, nice. Now you're awake. Me too, just getting there. Anxiety for breakfast, do it. Agony and defeat, yeah. That's a nice breakfast. Whiskey for breakfast, seems a little early. Bagel with lox, that's good. Chocolate oatmeal, Give us that OG coffee plug. Oh yeah, you want one of those? Pow! I just shit my pants. Justcoffee.coop. I'm gonna go have something, a snack, and then I'm gonna work out, and then I can get my head together to interview Heidi. Apple turmeric sauerkraut for breakfast? Okay. All right, you guys. I guess we'll see what happens. Hang in there. I'm barely hanging on. But I seem to do these, and it gets me connected to something. I'm talking to the woman that created what the Constitution means to me, which is good. It's a play that I saw with Lynn. She's a friend of Lynn. Heidi Schreck, I think it's her name. And it's on Amazon Prime. You're baking sourdough right now? You're backing sourdough right now? Somebody gave me the sourdough baking kit. I have not embarked. It's the last thing I need is fucking bread. I'm already slamming fucking peanut butter on a spoon with honey at night. I gotta pull back, thinking about making a cake. I'm hanging on. See you later. And just know that if you set out to fuck up people's day here, it didn't work. But most of you are just hanging out. I'll talk to you later. McConaughey tomorrow. I wasn't throwing him shade. I was just telling it like it is. All right, all right, all right.